Okay, it's time to think about our actual simulation, but we definitely need collision. So let's do some work on the car, because we need the collision also. We're going to bring the rotation, all that, and the collision of the body. So let's separate this. First thing, because this car has good, it's very well organized in groups, we can start blasting using names that I already know here. So I know I have to delete anything that is wheel and anything that is rubber. If I select this, I need to probably separate this. Let me see. So what we're going to do is delete wheel, and now on a separate one, delete rubber. Okay, we end up with only the rubber area of the wheels, of the tires, so the actual tire, and you can notice that it's open. We don't want to do this, because when we convert this to VDB to create our volume proxy, which is what we're going to do, let's figure this out. Let me show you. VDB from, you see already, it's pretty bad, so it's not a clean VDB. We need to close this, and for this case in particular, we can use polycap. In production, you need to find out ways to, because usually the geometry is not well prepared for effects. So there is a lot of work that you might have to do. This is typical, this is normal. So I know that this already will work for the tires. Different polygon, yeah, I think I showed you already, right? Yeah, so it's something like this. It keeps the volume clean and nice. Now for the body, let's go, let me just use another blast on the right side. We might have a need to do different process. We're going to delete anything that is wheel, has the word wheel, anything that has the word rubber. we end up with something like this. I think there's still some elements here that rotates. We need to be careful. We're going to use time shift. We're going to get a kind of rest position of this, so we can delete this frame, or simply use first frame using RF start for as an expression that will keep the first frame. And then we're going to use a scatter. We're going to do a process here to get a proxy, a nice proxy of the body of the car. Maybe increase the relax iteration at 2 zeros here, like 100,000 points. The relax will have a good distribution, like good distance in between points, like consistent. Now we can use VDB from particles. This is going to be really big, so reduce this, something like 0.04, this could be 0.001, something like that, and increase the resolution by reducing the voxel size. This might be good, but as you can see, there is a lot of bubbles here. A lot of bubbles, so let's fix that. Maybe we can increase this a little bit more, like this. I think will be cleaner. We can, because for the bubbles we can just smooth, VDB smooth. You can play with these values. Gaussian is usually nicer, like stronger. This might work. Then VDB reshape to erode each point here. It's all the whole volume eroded. Maybe 2 iterations. This is cool. It works good. As you can see, everything is there. It's a good proxy and clean. And then we're gonna convert this back to a geometry. BDV convert. Polygon. Now we don't have the animation anymore. This is what we wanted. So you can bring back that animation using point deform. Point deform. Plug your blast on the third input, the time shift on the second one, and the result of your operations on the first one. So now we have our animation back. If we use clean, maybe we can just make a little bit less resolution on this. It's not going to work. Okay, it's fine. You can use 2D. No, the triangulate remesh. But you can use remesh, but let's keep it like this for now. Okay, so null out body. Well, this is for collision, and the same here. We don't need this because we're going to use collision source. Use out tires for collision. Now let's go back to our setup, and since we're going to use grains for this, we need depth. We can do this really quick using poly extrusion. Poly extrude. Keep your back of the surface. Go to transform, and you can use negative 0.5, something like this. Maybe you can scale this like this. It gives you a good depth. Maybe a little bit less, like minus 0.35. And we have our patch ready for grain. We can use grain, volume configure grain. Remember to click this. Let's keep this in, like, not high res yet. Let's double check that everything works, our collisions. In this case, the attributes that we learned on the previous chapters. Now, let's bring the first elements for collision. Let's bring the tires. I like to hit that pin there and just navigate our tires. No, I remember now. See, I did something bad here. Instead of copy it, I use the same. So let's use body here. Okay. We have the tires. You can check that it's actually these ones are already inside. This is something that we want. There is no many grains here. We can fix that using probably the poly extrude can be. This can be to give a little bit of depth on this area. And now let's bring, this is going to be the tires. And we're going to bring the body. Car body. We also need to bring part of the ground because these grains are going to collide with the ground. So let's now change this to body. Okay, we have the body, we have the wheels, we have our first idea of what the grain sim is going to be, or the grains, the amount of grains now is low res. And also let's bring, I think we can get this from our, from our network of the extracting setup, and just let's just keep the other part and extrude that too, similar to this. So yeah, we will need this collision. So this work. Okay, we are done with the collision. Oh, before doing that, let's prepare the actual collision using collision source and name this correctly. This is going to be, I'm going to use some nulls to name this, and I like to use vel and vol. So vol for volume and vel for velocity. So this is going to be out ground vel. And the second output ground volume proxy. Okay, we can check. Maybe we want to increase the resolution. Say like this. Remember, I use vel because collision source will calculate velocity. In this case, we don't need it because it's static, but in this case, we do. So let's just copy paste this. We have the wheels, and now this is going to be tires. And tires here. And you can check that we should have velocity. Yeah, we have the velocity. Cool. And then the same for the car body. Connect. We have the velocity, we can see that already, and we have the proxy. So this is going to be the body. Okay. Just very quick, because I don't know why I was missing this, but for the body, something that we can do is simply in the convert, we can use adaptivity. That gives us a, way lighter geometry that, it will be perfect. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know that you can use this, make your polygon count low polygon count, still having great shape for collision. So we are done with the collision, and we are ready to start testing first approach of simulation. So let's jump to the next chapter.